Tuckett's real mad at that.
The game is the green assist.
Ready? Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Hi, welcome back to another, not an episode, but a review with Dungeons Degrees. We're here with John of Beadle and Grimm. John, I would love to hear about the company, how it came, who it's about.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm John with Beadle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse. We started as a licensee for Wizards of the Coast, and what we do is we create epic boxed editions of Dungeons and Dragons releases. So we started with Waterdeep Dragon Heist quite a few years ago. And if you want to run that adventure and you want more than just the book, we create the Platinum Edition box set that might come with battle maps, in-world handouts, miniatures. Our boxes might come with artifacts, all kinds of things that help the DM immerse the players in their game. And that's how we started. So since then, we have branched out and done other things, but we started with D&D.
Amazing. So what do you have coming out with newer stuff that listeners and viewers might want to be getting into?
Yeah, so some of our newer stuff, particularly for D&D fans, we just released our Dungeon Master's Guide map collection. So this takes all of the black and white maps that are in the back of the new Dungeon Master's Guide, and we commissioned art do huge full color versions that you can lay down and use with minis. These are on thick stock, they're laminated, they fold out onto the table. There's 30 battle maps in that box. There's 2 canvas maps, and there's a Dungeon Master screen, all in that premium collection. That's new. Another thing that's new is we still have copies of our Vecna Eve of Ruin Platinum Edition. That is the high-level adventure that D&D published, where we take it and we totally bling it out with battle maps and epic magic cards and minis and maps. That one, we still have some of that.
How'd you get into tabletop role-playing games?
So about 300 years ago, when water was first invented, I started playing D&D. No, I actually got into it because my older brother, when I was in middle school, my older brother started playing. He got me into it and have been loving it ever since.
Okay. What's your first character? Do you remember?
Yeah, my first character, for whatever reason, I was drawn to the Paladin.
Okay.
And one of my very first characters, I still remember a mind flayer sucking its mind out. So there's good and bad. But yes, certainly remember that.
Hey, that's a gruesome way to go.
Yes. I remember getting in the car after a game, and my parents said, "So how'd it go?" And I said, "My character got its mind sucked out." I was devastated. They started cracking up.
Listen, those are real characters. They are real things that we
real
feel,
feelings
real
were invested
emotion.
in that character, and now their brains are food. You know?
That's it. It was over.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's dramatic. And some people just don't get the same, like, my character died feel for, like, people who aren't in the RPG space. They're just like,
right,
this is dumb.
Oh, your game character? No, you don't understand.
Yeah.
I've been playing this character for 5 years.
Oh.
Not a 5-year commitment. Oh no.
It's like breaking up with someone. And you didn't have a choice. The dice said no. It's over.
No, that's it. That natural one.
Oh no. I like that 30 years later, it still resonates very deeply within our soul.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. This is Paul.
I don't want to.
Paul. Here, Paul.
We can talk about.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Come on.
Sure. My first.
Your first TTRPG or D&D character.
Sure. Well, the first meaningful TTRPG character was in the first D&D game I was in with John. John was my DM.
Oh.
That's right. And my character was Tanner Calloway.
That's a good name.
Yeah, thank you. He was a bard, and he got his head chopped off at 3rd level, and John managed to work into a subsequent campaign where I came back with another character months and months or years later. We opened up a cabinet after defeating some big bad guy, and we found a jar with Tanner's head in it. And this was like a totally different character. Years had gone by, and he didn't say anything.
Personal. What the heck?
And we opened it up, and he was like, and you find this jar, and inside is the head of a half-elf that you've never seen before.
It was an ongoing campaign.
Stop.
It was a living, breathing world. What do you? I had to do
this
it.
day.
Sometimes you have to bring that stuff back.
To this day, a joke among the entire company is finding Tanner's head, and so Tanner's head keeps coming up over and over again. So
is it in any of the other stuff that you have out right now?
No, we have not hidden.
Oh,
we have not hidden Tanner's head.
But yeah. I mean,
I want it now. I want Tanner's head. I want the whole thing. I want the whole like Tanner's head.
Yep. Exodia God card. We were just all pieces.
So that was it. So that's a little taste of John Ciccolini as a DM for you.
They didn't hire me for Faster Purple Worm Kill for nothing. That's a game that we did a TV show for, where it's a TPK at the end of every season.
Perfect for John.
That's so good. Not me though. I couldn't kill anybody.
Too attached.
No, I'm too attached to everybody.
So wait, okay, you said like the joke with the needs this company have a game going on, like.
Oh yeah, we have an ongoing campaign. John is our primary DM, although I've DM'd a couple of the adventures, and Matt and Bill have all done stuff.
Yeah.
But we currently have a campaign in Eberron, actually.
Okay.
Eberron.
We have an investigative team in Eberron, going around solving problems, and that character actually has not died yet.
Surprisingly.
Capital Y-E-T, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Is there a plan later to kill him? Is that
There's always.
just in the back card?
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Well, when we were playing back in the day, when I was playing Tanner and then after that Garnal, we were playing in New York City, and John would and we died not infrequently. And when your character died, you know what John would give you a subway token. Back in the days when the subway still required a token, he would give you a subway token so that you could get home. I'm sorry, I'm throwing you under the bus here.
No worries.
Under the train.
Under the subway train, yeah. But yeah, there was many a time when we'd show up.
I'm gonna let you take this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now he threw me back.
Now he threw me into. Hi.
One by. What do you do here?
Paul Shapiro. I'm one of the founders of Beadle and Grimm's. My official title is the Chief Financial Goblin.
Okay.
But yeah, I do a lot of our magic stuff.
Okay.
Magic the Gathering. So I'm the one who plays the most magic.
Okay.
Nice.
So we have our mana token sets and other sets for magic that we've been doing for a long time. And I work on those. But we all worked on the Ring of Chaos
I was just
board
gonna say,
game.
this looks very much like Lord of the Rings.
It's a very sort of high fantasy board game. We actually made this and started playing it as something to do on nights when we didn't have enough time to play a full session of D&D.
Okay.
But we still wanted to have something fun to do. So it's a high fantasy D&D-like game in the sense that you're trying to get the Ring of Chaos, and you can get it either by holding onto it or just by killing everybody else.
Beautiful.
Either one works. And so it was a game that we just played ourselves when we got together for about a year, and then we finally decided, look, let's try to publish it and make it happen. So we got the artwork and put it all together and did a Kickstarter for it last year. That went really well, and we shipped it in August, and it's in game stores now. And this is our first PAX. Last PAX, we actually were playtesting it.
Okay.
And now we're here showing it off. It's great.
It looks good.
Yeah, and we'll probably review it a little bit more in depth.
Bro,
Yeah.
leaning over to look at it.
Yeah. Please do. Yeah, no, we love it. It's the kind of game that we love, which is a game that's easy to learn. You can pick it up quickly. but it still has enough layered strategy that you feel like you're doing something, right? We don't like the games that are so simple that you're just sort of
going
along like whatever my next card is I play.
Yeah.
So as you play it over and over again, you start to find the card combinations that make sense. You start to find, the things that you can do that, if you do them in this order, you get a better effect. So it's just enough of that strategy that you feel like you're doing something without having to read a whole big.
So my take on it from the very short experience we have is that it's an upgraded adult version of Pretty Pretty Princess.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a pretty good analogy.
Pretty Pretty Princess
I don't know what that is.
with dragons. That's the game where you like went around the board and you just like picked up jewelry. So you had like a ring and then you got a necklace.
I've never
and
played
then
this
you
game
got
in
the
my
clip-on
life.
earrings.
Right.
And then you won the game by getting the
crown.
princess. But if you had the black ring, you could not win. Like that was like the robber, right, from Catan. So you had to be able to get rid of that ring, and if you had all of your accessories, then you were the Pretty Pretty Princess. Yeah.
Oh, you got one. Okay. Yeah. So very much like that. Very much like that, except with dragons and zombies,
And killing your
and you
friends.
can you can actually just kill them to take the ring.
Okay. Cool.
So
You can do that in Pretty Pretty Princess.
well, you could.
Actually, I've never played it, so I do not know.
No, you
I mean,
couldn't.
you could.
Technically, you can't. But you,
It's all illegal technically if you're just killing children. Like, let's be honest.
All right. Let's see. Can we grab somebody else? Can we just
Yeah.
grab your whole
Wait, you have-
team?
yeah.
Just grab your whole
Yeah.
team.
Let me see if I can.
Who wants to
Bill.
check in?
Bill.
Hey,
I'm
Bill.
gonna jump in. You're gonna take over on.
Dear God.
What do you mean? No, you got this. Bill, you got this.
Bill actually is the one who. This is his game.
Oh, yes.
We were just describing that this is a game of this is just like adult Pretty Pretty Princess.
Oh,
For
that's
everybody.
that's pretty accurate, actually. Yeah, nice. I like
So
that.
there's your
Yeah, with
second
murder.
billing.
With
Yeah,
murder.
With murder.
Pretty
yeah.
Pretty Princess with
With murder. Yeah.
So there
I
you
like
go.
that.
Yeah, you can put it on like okay, this is cool and all, but like
Right. Yeah. It would be more descriptive for
Yeah.
sure.
Just do the same background and just blood everywhere.
Or that's the next expansion, right? Are all the little extra tokens, all the extra pieces. It's not just the Ring of Power. It is the crown of.
That's a long game. That's a long game. They're trying to do it for a short game.
That's true. That's true.
Unless they want to play the long game.
So, what inspired you to create this specific game?
That's a good question. I think
This was
in a few hours I'll come back with a really pithy answer for it. But no, I mean I think so our group of 5 founders who created Beadle and Grimm's, our families all vacation together every summer. We rent a big house, we bring all our kids together, we all spend a
That
week
sounds
in a
so
house
fun.
together, and there's a ton of gaming. So we play a lot of board games when we're all together, but we don't role play very much. And so I just got very interested from that in trying to come up with a board game that would be ours, that could combine some elements of a lot of the different things that our families were really enjoying. And this is sort of what came out of it. So it's got some elements of some of the things that we would play at our family camp. And it's got some, obvious D&D role-playing game kind of origin elements to it. And that was it. And then we kind of made it for ourselves to just play amongst ourselves and see what we thought of it. And we liked it enough that we thought, let's give it a try. So there it is.
Did it with a successful Kickstarter and pushing it out this year.
Yeah. Very, very gratified by the backers stepping in for us and making this thing come to life. So that was really great to see.
Yeah. So we got everybody else's first D&D character. What's your first D&D character?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could name it because, when I started playing back in the dark ages, it was pretty common for one person to play an entire party.
Okay.
Or multiple players in a party. So my first game experiences were my older brother, who's also one of the founders of the company, would run like me and one other person, and each of us would be running 3 or 4 characters. And there's a lot of death involved. So, you're running 3 or 4 deep. Yeah. And people were dropping left and right. So I very distinctly remember my first D&D adventure was, I think it's called In Search of the Unknown. and walking down that first hallway, and there are these magic mouths on the side that are kind of taunting you. And then you come to this first intersection, and there are bodies of the adventuring party that came before you. And that was just such an evocative moment for me, like the sort of history of the space that you're in, and all the possible things that are going to happen to you. And so that's what really stands out for me in those first experiences.
Yeah. I think we all have those experiences, because I remember just like coming together as a party and like maybe defeating an enemy or defeating something that wasn't quite something that we should have been able to do.
Right.
But like the way that your DM or your GM describes it, just like those become those really foundational moments of like why we love this game and why there's conventions that get us all together and we play board games with our friends and our family.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I have I don't know if he's still with y'all or somewhere else, but Justice used to work with Beadle and Grimm.
Justice did, yeah, yeah. He is now working at Wizards of the Coast.
Oh no!
Justice is a fantastic human being. He's a great writer, great story creator, and they're putting him to good use. So, yeah, we're very proud of him. Very happy for him. He's kind of got his dream gig right now. So.
Yeah, we interviewed Justice. I want to say like 2 years ago.
I think it was forever ago. Yeah.
It was a while.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, oh, Beadle Grimm, I know that. So that's why we came here today.
There you go.
You're our first. Yeah, are you not? They are, right? Beadle Grimm?
Yeah.
This is our first.
Maybe.
Today?
Today? Yes.
This is our first today, yeah.
First today. I'm like.
This is our first.
Let's say it's your first. Let's say it's your first ever. Why not?
It's our first episode. This is the first time we've ever done this.
That's right.
I hope somebody does. If they do, yell at the comments, and any clout is positive clout.
Blah, blah, blah. I love this part. I just want to talk to people, okay? Let me just talk.
No, now I just want to talk to everybody and get all their first character, and like I want you guys to talk about and like reminisce about the olden days of D&Ds, and it's really fun.
All right. So we're good?
I'm good. Are you good?
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Cool, y'all.
Talking
hey,
to you.
thanks very much. Thanks
Thank
for coming
you.
over. Yeah. Thank you.
Bye. That was chaotic, and I love it.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Grabbing all of y'all.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's actually really cool.
We're a chaotic bunch. So good. Glad it worked out.
I'm glad. Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Phil.